What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. Today's video, we are getting into some upcoming releases. Now, I tried to stick with releases that have been confirmed versus rumors. Rumors we can talk about at a later date if y'all want to, but I tried to stick with, things that actually have release dates. So I'll go ahead and put up pictures on the screen. Y'all know how this works. We're gonna get into some Adidas first. So the first pack that I want to talk about is actually a set of 5 sneakers, and it's coming from Adidas and Craig Green. So I'm not really familiar with Craig Green. I don't know if he's a designer, a footwear designer, or maybe an apparel designer. I'm not too sure, but the reason why I threw these in here, the reason why I wanted to kick off this video with this is because these prices look kind of high. The range for this collection is $250 to $320, and they're all the same model. They're the Adidas ZX2K Formar or Formar. I'm not really sure how to say that. A model that I'm really not familiar with. It looks like it does have the Boost technology in it, but $250 to $320 is definitely high, and I'm not really seeing where that money is going to be worth it. Some of these colorways are really ugly, like the all black. It's not a good look. Some sneakers work in all black, some don't. This definitely looks like the waitress in shoe. Like, this looks like a McDonald's shoe. You want to be comfy, or a nursing shoe. You want to be comfy, but you're not really worried about looks like that. The white one, I feel the same way. And then you have like a blue, black, and white version that really doesn't look too much better. All of these sneakers have kind of like a sheath or a covering that has this kind of stretchy bungee tie on it. So maybe the shoes look better when you take that sheath or covering off of the sneaker. But right now, I'm not feeling any of these in any of the colorways. There's an olive green one. I don't know. I'm not sure who's paying $320 for these. This is definitely something that I would wait it out and see if they drop below retail price, because $320 is a hefty price for the way these things are looking. We just starting off the video, and I'm gonna have to say this whole pack, this whole collection is a pass for me. It's definitely a drop. So up next, we have the Adidas Pride collection. No, these look like kid shoes. All of them look like kid shoes. As of right now, there's 3 of them. There's this Forum Low. It has like these little hippie kind of embroidered flowers on it. I think that one might be the best one out of the pack, and I still don't like it. The colors, they're cute, but it looks like a kid shoe. It doesn't give me, LGBTQ pride. It gives off kid vibes. I don't know what Adidas is doing right now. It's about to be summertime outside. It's definitely the time to break out the heat, and this is not it. But we're gonna go ahead and look at some Nikes next. We starting to heat up a little bit. We have the Undefeated and Nike Zoom Kobe 5 Pro Tro. This is the Hall of Fame colorway, and it definitely gives me Hall of Fame vibes. It kind of looks like a trophy. The shoe kind of looks like a trophy. That upper with the gold, and then you have like the ombre of the pink and the purple, or red and purple. It's more of a red and purple. There's also some gold detailing on the swoosh. I like the shoe, but y'all know I don't really go for Kobe's unless it's for friends and family, and I know the raffle for this one was yesterday. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I'll go ahead and put up the Undefeated Instagram post that they posted up on the screen right now, if that is still open, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, and they had it open for like an hour or so. These are going to be pretty hard to get. I don't think that Nike intends to slow down with releasing Kobe's at all, and this is a sign of that. The Hall of Fame shoe and the contract just ended. Let me know down below in the comment section if you are a Kobe collector. Does the contract between Nike and Kobe being over affect the way that you're looking at these Kobe shoes? Are you gonna go for them? Are you not gonna go for them? I'm interested in hearing from Kobe collectors, people who actually like the shoes or were a fan of Kobe's legacy. Let's move on to the next one. This one right here is actually very nostalgic for me. Not the low, not the Nike Lebron 8 low, the Miami Nights joint. That's a pass for me. I don't normally go for LeBrons, and this isn't changing that. But the South Beach, the LeBron 8 South Beach, I have a funny story about that one, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. If I don't get the shoe, I'll do it as like a sneaker story time kind of thing. If I get the shoe, then I'll tell the story while I'm doing the review, because you guys seem to enjoy that for the Raging Bull 5. If you haven't seen that video already, go check it out. I'll link it somewhere up here. But yeah, funny story about those. I think it's a good looking shoe, and it's one that I really would enjoy having in the collection. It will probably be my first and last LeBron pickup. As far as the LeBron 8 Low Miami Nights, I feel like they're just trying to capitalize off of bringing the South Beaches back. So I think the people who aren't able to get the South Beaches are going to cop the Miami Nights, and the Miami Nights are going to sell out regardless. LeBron sell out regardless, but I definitely think it's a constellation shoe for people who weren't able or aren't going to be able to get the South Beach. This next one I think is going to be a major hit for summertime, and that is the Nike Waffle One. It's this lightweight waffle shoe, and it has like the translucent mesh sides. I think this is going to be a hit for summertime. Like the colors that they're dropping, I think it's like 5 or 6 colors already that they have lined up. The black one, you can't go wrong with all black. The translucent sides are going to allow you to like show the pops of the color in your socks. These are really, really cool, and I want a pair. There's a green pair that's really nice. It's kind of like a moss green. The white and gray pair I think is cool. You really can't go wrong with gray. It's almost as classic as black at this point. You can't go wrong with gray. There's like a pink and yellow one. That's a little bit more vibrant, but like I said, this is going to be a great summertime shoe, so that colorway looks really good. There's a black pair with a white swoosh. Can't go wrong with that one either. And then there's kind of like this soft blue and orange color. I actually really like that colorway. I'm a big fan of burnt orange, and I think that soft bluish purple color pairs up really nicely. I'm telling y'all now, do not sleep on the Nike Waffle One. I think once people get their hands on these and people start doing their on foots and the Instagram shots, these are gonna go crazy. They retail for $100. I feel like these are gonna be the next, you know, FlyKnit Racer. Like the hype and the energy that was around the FlyKnit Racer when it first dropped and they were making all those colors, I feel like this can be the next FlyKnit Racer. Don't sleep on these. The Nike Air Total Max Uptempo, I'm good on these. Y'all good? It sounds like y'all good. All right, we can move on. Nah, I'm not gonna do them like that. Some OGs might really like these. This is not my favorite of the Uptempos. I'm a big fan of the Uptempo, just not the Total Max Uptempo, so I'm gonna be passing on these. These next 4 sneakers I believe are a pack. I think they're calling it the Fresh Air pack, but between now and eventually when these release, things change all the time. But for right now, it says Fresh Air, Nike Fresh Air. The first shoe out of the pack I'm gonna touch on is the Air Force One. Y'all know I love Air Force Ones. I love Air Force Ones. I can do an Air Force One collection video if y'all want me to. I love the patent leather check on this and the patent leather hit on the back. I think that's dope. I like the colorway, that kind of sunset vibe they got going on for the whole pack, not just on here. But the execution is where they miss me. This looks like a kid's shoe, and I think there's definitely minor changes that they could have done so that it didn't look like a kid's shoe and was actually something that I was looking forward to. Why can't you make patent leather Air Force Ones? They used to. When Bape was popping, Nike definitely started to push out more and more patent leather Air Force Ones. So y'all got it in the stash. Why y'all not doing it? I don't understand why this just misses the mark. Now the next one in the pack is the Air Max 90. I feel the same way. These look like kid shoes. This one even has like a touch of plaid in it on the tongue tag and the laces. Where did that come in? The Vapormax Plus and the Daybreak, I think these 2 shoes were executed very well, so it's kind of a disconnect. Like, did half the team work on these 2 shoes and the other half of the team work on the other 2 shoes? Are the other 2 shoes actually meant for kids and these 2 are meant for adults? I don't know. It just seems like something didn't connect there. But I do like this sunset, you know, orange to red sole on the Vapormax Plus. As far as the Daybreak, I've also been looking at Daybreaks. Shout out to Royal. Y'all will see the first episode of the Sneaker Showdown. We had a little bit of a chat about Daybreaks. So I'm kind of looking at this one. I kind of like it. The check, you have the pop of color in the check. The midsole looks aged. And I like the paneling on the shoe. It kind of gives you a deconstructed look without being deconstructed, honestly. Nike is also dropping a ton of colorways for the Vapormax FlyKnit 2021. I'm not a big fan of a lot of these colorways. I think the whole second row, that lavender, the slate blue, and that mauve and gray pair, I think those are trash. Those look really bad, in my opinion. Now the brighter ones, the first 2, with the pink and the vault green, and the vault green with that teal blue check, those are solid. I think those are pretty cool. The black one, I'm not, you know, one way or the other. It's kind of like take it or leave it. It's just blah to me. But it's not a silhouette that I'm a big fan of. So that's kind of where I rank the colors. We gonna move on to the next one because I don't really have much to say about that. We gonna take a break from Nike and get into some Reebok. So Reebok, the first one I want to talk about is the Question Low, and this is the green toe. I really like these. They're based off of a PE. My only problem with these is I know the PE was a low, I believe. I'll put up a picture here somewhere, but I'm pretty sure the PE was a low, and I would prefer these if they were high top. So that's why I'm gonna pass. And also, I've said this in past videos, but I feel like I have all of the Reebok questions that I really need. I don't think that I need to add another pair, except for the yellow toes. I don't have those yet, so maybe I don't have all the ones that I need. I just wish these were high top. Every time I see a low top question, I'm thinking that it's a missed opportunity for a really nice high. Reebok is also bringing us a Power Rangers pack. I don't know who asked for this. I definitely didn't ask for this. I'm not sure what Reebok is doing right now. I think that their design team is just having a whole lot of fun with the licenses that they're able to get their hands on. We've seen Tom and Jerry, we've seen Toy Story, we've seen Candyland that they just did, which was fire, by the way. Those shoes got a lot of hate, but I really like them, and I think the package was very well executed, as well as the question. I'm not too sure about the Kamikaze, but the question was a really nice shoe and the packaging was strong. But I do think they're having a little bit too much fun with all the licensing, because a lot of the shoes are in miss, like these two pairs right here, the Yellow Ranger, and I don't know what the bottom one is supposed to be, but they're both trash. Both of these shoes are trash. I hope that it's just the 3 shoes that have been announced. So far, there are 3 shoes that have been announced, and I have pictures for 2 of them. I'll put them up on the screen. I hope that they left it at those 3. Don't waste no more materials. Next up, we got some New Balances, a brand that I've been paying a lot of attention to. Make sure you go check out the New Balance video I dropped recently for the 550. I really like those. It's the yellow pair with the gray suede toe cap. Make sure y'all go check that out. But we have up first the Jaden Smith New Balance Vision Racer. I'm not a fan of the Vision Racer. No hate on the silhouette itself. It's loud, it's crazy, it's out there, and I think that it pushes the bounds of what footwear is today, kind of like what Kanye did with the Yeezy while he was at Nike. People aren't giving this shoe the credit that it deserves, and I definitely, I trashed on it quite a bit when I first saw it. But I will say that it's a solid shoe and people are buying it, so there's definitely something there, but it's just not for me. And I know a lot of women that are going to be able to finesse the hell out of these. They're going to make some fire outfits, but I couldn't style them even if I did want them. Next, from New Balance, we have a New Balance 5740. The colorway is called Gray Day, and it has a lot of different materials on it, which is why it grabbed my attention. There's kind of like a furry material on the back around the ankle. Towards the front of the shoe, you got some suede, some light gray suede. You have your leathers, of course. Around the eyelets, there's like a nice nubuck material. There's mixed materials on this shoe, and I really enjoy that, so you know I'm going to be going for this one. Plus, it's just a bunch of shades of gray and tan, so you really can't go wrong in terms of what you wear it with. New Balance is bringing out yet another 550, and you can't blame them. It's their hottest silhouette right now. Like, people are eating up the 550, and I just got my first pair, so now I understand the hype. I get the hype around the 550, and it is well deserved. It's a versatile shoe, it's a comfortable shoe, and the colorways are fire. So this one right here, I think is more of like a primary color thing they were going for. There's some greens, there's some reds, maybe oranges, navy blue. It's kind of like a Crayola type energy. Not primary color, like I said, but more of a Crayola box kind of looking shoe. I'm not too crazy about it, but I think that it is dope. And if you don't have a pair of 550s, this wouldn't be a bad one to go for. Jumping back into Nike, we have a lot of dunk colorways to get into. The first one is Photon Dust. It is a dunk low, and it's basically a gray and white dunk. Nike has dropped a ton of gray and white dunks this year, and I'm sure this one won't be the last one, so I'm not really stressing it, to be honest, but it is a good looking pair of dunks. But I kind of wish they were suede also. I think if these were suede, they would have hit a lot harder. The leather looks nice too. I just feel like it's not something that we haven't seen already this year. A pair that I do really like is this black and tan pair with the teal swoosh. It kind of gives me Tiffany vibes, not all the way, but you can kind of see that the inspiration was there a little bit. People might start calling these the broke Tiffany's, I don't know, but I do really like this shoe. I think the colors work together really well. I'll be going for these, and I think the closer we get to its release date, it will start to pick up traction action. So don't sleep on these. That teal blue swoosh looks really good with the tan and the black. I really like these. Another dunk we'll be seeing this month is a University Blue Dunk Low. Now this is not to be confused with the women's Coast colorway that recently dropped earlier this year. That shoe, I believe, was a different shade of blue, first of all. Second of all, it had yellow writing on the tongue tag and the Nike embroidered on the back. So these are not the same shoe. Sneakers that have that University Blue name attached to them, that UNC blue, usually trend a little bit higher on the resale market. So if you miss out on these for $100 and you're able to get the Coast for cheaper, it's really up to you. But honestly, I would buy the Coast if it was cheaper. This next one is a women's dunk and it's called Barely Green. So it has like that really soft green on the upper with the coral swoosh. I like this one. I think that it's a nice women's colorway without being too on the nose about the colors, you know, the bright pinks, the bright pastel purples, things like that. So I like this colorway. It's a solid women's colorway, and I'm sure that women are not going to be the only ones picking it up because dunks are still going crazy and people will buy whatever they can get their hands on. So whether or not you want any of these dunks, I would recommend you go for them all because you'll probably be able to hold on to them as trade bait for something that you really do want. These lemon drop dunks are probably the most hyped dunks that we're going to talk about in this video. I think it's a solid colorway. You know, it has the little lemon embroidery on the side of the shoe, but do I think that it's worth, you know, $500, $600? No, I think this is going to be one of those dunks that if you miss out on them for retail, you'll probably be able to pick them up for around $250 to $270. I would not pay over $300 for these. It's a nice colorway, but is it all that? No, it's really not. I'm sorry. And I like yellow. This is coming from somebody whose favorite color is yellow. I just don't think it looks that great. If I'm being honest with y'all, there's a lot of dunks that I wanted that I missed out on, and people are panic selling right now on GOAT and StockX. So a lot of those sneakers are available for less than they were when they originally released, and you could probably get some good deals on some dunks that you missed out on. This next one's the only dunk high that I have on the list, and it's in this Lakers colorway, the yellow, the purple. For the Lakers fans, the diehard Laker fans, they're definitely gonna eat this up. Like, this is gonna sell out for sure because dunks are selling out and Lakers color stuff is selling out right now. It also has the Nike and kind of like that Lakers font on the side of the shoe. This is a solid pickup if you're able to get it because I'm sure it's gonna be hard to cop. There is one Air Force One worth talking about, and it's this Dodgers colorway. Now I know this might look a little crazy to some people. A lot of people might not like the Air Force One high, but I do. I like all Air Force Ones. I don't discriminate, and I really like these. If I'm able to get them, they're definitely coming home with me, and that's really all I have to say about this one. I like the suede in combination with the leather. I like the script Nike on the back of the shoe. If I'm able to get them for retail, I think I'll be able to put together some fire fits for these. Next, we have this Air Jordan 1 Low and kind of like this green color. I'm not really a fan of these, not because I don't like the Air Jordan 1 Low, but because I'm not too keen on the colorway. It's just basically green. Like, they didn't do anything special to it. You have a green check, the accents on the shoe are green. It's just green and white. And if you like green, maybe these are an easy cop for you. That's the only reason why I really see people picking this up. You have to be either a fan of green just as a color, or you really like the Air Jordan 1 Low OG. The next Nike I want to talk about is actually a collab between Sacai and Clot. Not a collab that I was expecting. Y'all can let me know down below in the comment section if y'all have been expecting this, and I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed. It's basically the LDV waffle in the Clot colorway that they used for the Air Max 1. I feel like this is a missed opportunity. They could have done something new, come up with something new between the two of them, and they chose to keep the LDV silhouette that Sacai has been using, and the Clot colorway that they just used. It's not a bad looking shoe at all. I just think between Sacai and Clot, they could have done way better. So I'm gonna be going for these, and if I'm able to get them, that's great. It's still a good looking shoe, like I said. But if I'm not able to get them, it's not something that I'll be sweating. Let me know down below in the comment section. Do y'all think that it looks like a Halloween shoe, or y'all feeling it? Let me know. This next pack of sneakers was actually recently announced by Saucony. It is the Saucony Astro Trail pack. I'm not a huge fan of this pack. I like Sauconys. I have Sauconys in my collection. I'm not a big fan of trail sneakers. This is not really something that I'm looking at, but I do get, you know, kind of like the astrology outer space vibe from it. I just think that they're trying too hard to get people to look at their other silhouettes. If people wanted to look at your trail shoes and wanted to look at other silhouettes that you're making other than the popular ones that people usually go for, they will do that on their own. You can introduce them one at a time, but to make a whole pack out of silhouettes that people normally don't go for, it just seems a little try hard to me. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go for this because some people really, really like Saucony. It's about that time we got into some Jordans, and the first two I want to knock out are these two grade school Jordans, the first of which is an Air Jordan 3. This definitely gives off we're using extra materials to just make a shoe. Like the pieces just don't seem like they work well together. The icy blue sole with the elephant print, the gray elephant print, the all over black smooth leather it looks like with the vault green tongue. It just doesn't seem that well thought out. It seems like they took the extras of releases that we're seeing this year and slapped them on here to make grade school size shoes. Then you have this kind of pink it and shrink it, purpley pinks, the peach tones on the shoe. I'm not really feeling it, but then again, it's not for me. I'm an adult. This is clearly a kid's shoe, but it does show that Nike and Jordan Brand might be realizing the difference between a woman's shoe and a kid's shoe, because they could have easily marked this shoe as a woman's Jordan 8 and I would have been highly upset because this is definitely not appropriate for women, but it is appropriate for kids, and that's exactly who it's for. Now that those are out of the way, we can get into some adult Jordans, and the first of which is going to be the Air Jordan KO. So the Air Jordan KO Chicago, a lot of people hate this shoe and a lot of people love it. I feel like there's no in between. There's nobody that just likes it. I'm one of those people though. I'm one of those people that's on the fence. I would love to try out a pair. Unfortunately, they're not going to make it in men's small sizes, so I won't be able to, but I think it's kind of cool, and I'm not really a fan of like the Air Jordan 1 innovations, you know, the Zooms, the CMFT, the Comforts, I guess you can call them. But if I had the opportunity, I would have tried these. If you don't have a pair of Chicagos, I don't see anything wrong with picking these up. These are $140 retail. Chicagos are going for like $1,000, $700 to $800, depending on what size you are. That is a crazy price right now. So if you don't want to pay that, the Air Jordan KO might be a good option for you. So the next sneaker is this Air Jordan 5 Low, class of 2020/2021. This is a cash grab. This is a cash grab. That's exactly what I see it for. You can let me know if you feel any differently down below in the comment section, but we see the pictures and the photos every year of people who don't want to wear dress shoes to their graduation, to proms, or things like that, and this fits that niche. They're going to buy this shoe for their upcoming graduation. Jordan Brand is trying to get that money. They know that, you know, you had Zoom graduations last year, which is why this is called the 2020/2021 for the people who missed out on their graduation last year. I think it's a cash grab, and for a cash grab, they could have made a better looking shoe. It's a black and gold colorway, and they chose to go very, very plain, but then again, you're supposed to be wearing these with like suits and dressy outfits and things like that, so I guess I understand why they are so plain. The Shadow 2.0s, it is about that time. These release this upcoming Saturday, so when you're watching this video, these release this Saturday. Make sure you check your alarms, set your alarms for 10 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever time you start your release day. I'll definitely be up at 8 a.m. I like materials. So no, this is not crazy in terms of colorway. It's actually pretty plain. I think the Shadow is the plainest of the Air Jordan 1 colorways. It's black and gray. But that being said, you know, you switch out some of the leather for some suede and I'm gonna go for it. My camera died. It's all good. We gonna finish this video. So I was talking about the Air Jordan 1 Shadow 2.0. Now I was not feeling this shoe at first. I've definitely changed my mind along the way, probably because a lot of the Air Jordan 1 colorways coming out this year are kind of whack, not even gonna lie. So I gotta be excited about something. I want to get these in hand, see them for myself, because you can't go wrong with a black and gray Jordan 1. Next we have this Air Jordan Women's OG. I am not a fan of this silhouette, and I caught a lot of slack for saying that the last time I said that on this channel, that I'm not a fan of the Air Jordan Women's OG. Personally, I would rather have an Air Jordan 13, but it is what it is. I know a lot of people out there love this shoe. I respect the history. I understand the history. It's just not my cup of tea, and this colorway doesn't change that. It definitely looks like a basketball, not something I'm interested in wearing. So this is a drop for me, but let me know down below in the comment section, especially if you're a woman, if you are going to be buying these. These Air Jordan 7 Paris Saint-Germains are interesting because I could have sworn these released already, but I guess not. It wasn't a shoe that I was really interested in when the pictures surfaced, and I believe we did talk about it, but I guess it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back because it is supposed to be releasing on 5/22. Now, it's still not a shoe that I'm interested in. I would personally rather have just an Air Jordan 7 Olympic, but I do think that the mesh panels add something different. It updates the Air Jordan 7 a little bit. I wouldn't mind them continuing to do this, just not in this colorway, because for all of this, I would have rather had Olympic 7s. Now, a Jordan that I am really excited for is definitely this Air Jordan 3 Rust Pink. I think that they did a really good job incorporating all of those different shades of pink and still have it look like a woman's Air Jordan and not a kid's shoe. It doesn't look like a kid's shoe to me. I like the translucent outsole that they got going on. It's kind of like a milky outsole, the off-white midsole, the pink suede on the upper is really nice. That's what gets me. But it does remind you of the Elayli May Millennial Pink 6s, and that's fine because I love that shoe and I love this shoe. Now, if I miss out on this sneaker for retail, I'm definitely not going to, reach back right away to grab them, because there is another 3, a woman's 3, I probably know what it is, that I'm just a little bit more interested in, but I do need this one and that other one in my collection eventually. We are ending off the video with Yeezys, and the first Yeezys I want to talk about are these foam runners. Now, I don't like the foam runners, but I know a lot of y'all are a fan of the foam runner, so I'm not gonna not include it just because I don't like it. There's a yellow one dropping, well, kind of like a yellow tan one dropping. It even kind of gives me like a gold kind of look to it. It's definitely not your standard just yellow. There's a red one dropping, and then there's also supposedly this month a kind of bluish black pair dropping. So if you're interested in the foam runner, those 3 will be dropping. If you are not interested in the foam runner, I always suggest that you go for them anyways, because they retail at like $80 and you'll be able to sell them for anywhere between $300 to $500. So don't miss out on that opportunity and scoop up a pair if you can. I've definitely mentioned on this channel that I do like the 500 high, but the 500 high usually drops below retail. So these 2 colorways of the Yeezy 500 high, this Sumac and Tactile, I'm gonna be waiting for them to drop. Right now, because it's before their release date, the prices are a little bit high. The prices are around $300, $400. I'm not paying that. I'm definitely gonna wait until these drop below retail, because eventually they will, and I don't mind being patient for my Yeezys. The Yeezy 380 Boost is still a silhouette that I want to try. The only reason why I haven't picked up a pair of these yet is because of the ankle. I'm not sure what pants I would pair these up with so that they don't look weird. I've seen people wear it with like straight leg pants. It looks off to me, and I've seen people wear it with like ankle cut pants. I'm not a big fan of that trend. I don't like pants that stop at my ankle, so I wouldn't be doing that with them. This product photo, as usual, does not do them justice. I would like to see these have a nice translucent outsole, maybe some like glowish green on the upper. That's what I'm hoping these look like, but we'll see when they actually release and people start getting them in hand. I'm sure some people probably even have these early. They have them already, but I would never pay early prices for a Yeezy. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I'll check y'all out in the next one.